Joining me now live, Washington, D.C., my good friend, Mark Livingstone. Mark of Cornerstone First Financial. You know, Mark is a founding sponsor of the John Fredericks Radio Network, has been with me forever. He's also he's a double founding sponsor. He's a double dipper founding sponsor because he's also my first sponsor on our new radio station, WJFN 100.5 FM. So he's a double founding sponsor squared. Mark, great to have you with us.
Great to be here. DDFS, Double Dipper Founding Sponsor, right?
It's a big acronym, but
right.
Mark, by the way, Mark, a Trump supporter from day one. He was with us when the president came down the escalator. And I just got to tell you, if you're in the market right now for a mortgage, for a refi, you've got VHHA, you're a veteran, any of that, you want to refi, you want to get cash out, you got one place to go, and that is Mark Livingstone at Cornerstone First Financial and his great team. By the way, are you paying PMI? It's like the stupidest thing you could ever pay. Get rid of that. 202-625-1221, 202-625-1221, or go to cornerstonefirst.com, cornerstonefirst.com. Mark, rates are lowest since November 2016.
That's right.
Jerome Powell cutting rates amid, he says, tension over the trade war with China. I don't really care what his reason is. I'll just like the fact that he's cutting rates.
He cut rates in a highly anticipated move last week. He cut rates for the first time since December of 2008, which is just wonderful for those home shoppers and those looking to refinance. That, coupled with the trade war, has led rates to go to their lowest that we've seen in 3 years, John. So now what's happened is it's a perfect storm within the housing industry because homes are appreciating at levels that we haven't seen in years, and rates are being decompressed down to levels we haven't seen in years. So anyone sitting on the sidelines thinking about buying a house or refinancing, or even a lot of our clients right now are even calling us that just refinanced or purchased 6 to 8 months ago because rates that recently were almost a full percentage point higher. So anyone that took out a mortgage is paying PMI 6 months or longer out needs to do their due diligence and call us to see exactly what their options are. That's what it's all about. So these rates have been pushed down, and now the Fed is, there's ruminations that there could be another interest rate drop at the September Fed meeting, which is just crazy. So the markets had already anticipated that the Feds would drop the rates at least 0.25%, and that's what they did. But the listeners need to understand that that's the Fed overnight lending rate that banks let other banks, borrow money from each other. So that doesn't mean exactly a 0.25 point rate drop in mortgage interest rates, but that coupled with the investors flocking to the bonds has pushed rates down to levels that we haven't seen in 3 years. So we're talking a full percentage point lower than where we were a year ago, John.
So what if they go down again? What if there's
then
another
we could see
point?
The lowest interest rates we've ever seen.
So if I want to get a mortgage now or a refi, and I'm in the process of, let's say I'm in the process of getting it finalized, and there's another rate decrease next quarter, what happens?
Well, if you've already closed your loan, then you would need to refinance again. However, if you're working with one of our loan officers at Cornerstone First, we have what's called a rate renegotiation policy. So therefore, if you're already working with us and you've locked in,
but not closed,
we will automatically give you the lower rate. The normal time for a refinance or purchase is approximately 30 to 45 days from start to finish. And so if during that time rates drop, which the market is very volatile right now, it's going up a little bit, down a little bit, up a little bit, down a little bit every single day. But the overall is that it's dropped so much that you want a lender that's going to be able to offer the rate renegotiation policy.
So Cornerstone First Financial is going to guarantee me the lowest rate. They're going to lock in the lowest rate, not the highest rate.
Absolutely.
I have no downside.
No downside
All I
whatsoever.
can do, the only downside is I pay less money.
Correct. There you
right?
go. Yep.
And here's the other thing. Your rates are better than everybody else. And I always say this. I mean, it's not like you're going to buy furniture and there's a Broyhill and there's another brand and you say which is better and, can I save a little money, which is on sale. That's like ridiculous. I mean, paying interest rates, paying money to a bank, I mean, you're getting this. It's a value of the money for your home. Why would you pay more? And especially, why would you pay PMI? What a waste of money that is.
Right, right. And now they're saying that with homes appreciating to where they are right now, there's over $15 trillion in tappable home equity that people that are listening, maybe they have credit card debt, maybe they have a home equity line of credit that's no longer tax deductible. Now is the time to do your research and see what options you have, interest rate, eliminating your PMI, because there's that much tappable home equity that you can take that money out and use it for other reasons.
It makes no sense to keep the money in your house doing nothing for you if you have high interest loan debt, or you just want to take cash out and spend it on something, or go on vacation, or remodel your house, or buy new furniture, or there's other things you can do with it. You can get a car with it and get a better rate than you do with a car loan. There's all sorts of things that you can do. Let me just tell you that right now the Trump economy is booming, and you got to take advantage of this by calling Mark Livingstone today and his team. They're waiting for your calls. 202-625-1221, 202-625-1221, or go to cornerstonefirst.com.
Yep, there you go.
Cornerstonefirst.com. And this is the other untold story in the Trump economy is we got three things going on. We've got homes are appreciating, right? Mm-hmm. So at a fast rate. The fake lying news media is not going to tell you that. So you got homes appreciating, so your equity is going up. Interest rates are coming down. So there's your gap there. And the third thing they're not telling you is that there is such a lag between home building and home buying. People want to buy, but there's not enough homes now. There's such a lag going on that your appreciation is going to be there, but then as soon as the home construction catches up, it starts leveling out. That's why you have to act now, right?
That's right. See, housing and jobs are what drive the economy. Right now, jobs, the unemployment's at 3.7%. Unemployment among Latinos, African Americans is the lowest it's ever been. So that's jobs. Housing, we have appreciation up, interest rates down. So the economy is just booming right now. So whether you're buying a house or refinancing, now is the time to get involved and just, whether, like I said, you want to refinance, eliminate the PMI, but the economy is doing so well that, what's the saying, a rising tide lifts all boats?
Right.
So the economy, the country is doing wonderfully, and I think it's going to continue for the next 4 years.
What can you do to help people in the John Fredericks listening area?
Well, for the people listening, actually, did you know that your listening area is the fourth largest in the country for military bases? Okay, for veterans, active, and reserves. And so one of the things that we offer is 100% cash out for those veterans. We have also areas in, let's see. So, John, I pulled some numbers here. The average home purchase price in your listing area is $214,000, and that's in Richmond, Virginia. In Chesapeake, Virginia, it goes up a little bit to $249,000, and these numbers indicate what the housing is this year in 2019. Those numbers are up around 5 to 7% from last year. So if somebody bought a house last year and took out PMI, the homes have appreciated. So what Cornerstone First can do for your listeners, again, is just we'll pull comps on your property for free. We'll tell you what your options are. And in most cases, you'll be able to lose the PMI if you've put 10 to 15% down, because the house has appreciated to a level where we now can eliminate that. And that saves you a ton of money.
Tell me about reverse mortgages for seniors. 10,000 people turn 62 every day. Ooh, I'm going to be turning 62 in March.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we can do a reverse mortgage.
Maybe that lease I signed was for too long, a 6-year lease. I should cut it to 1.
So the reverse mortgage.
When can I retire? How old do I have to be to retire? 63?
63 before you can start taking your Social Security benefits.
My goodness, I just signed a 6-year lease. How old will I be? 67? Boy, I better go back to working out. All right, anyway.
So the reverse mortgage. Yes, so the reverse mortgage is for those 62 years and older. And what it is, it's a HUD program which allows the bank to pay your mortgage. So you will not pay your mortgage as long as you're in your home as your primary residence. Now, you have to have equity. You have to be 62 years old. And what they'll do is, instead of making a mortgage payment, you can draw the equity out of the house for as long as you live there. Okay, so it's there's a table based on your age. If you're 62, that's pretty young. If you're 85, you don't have to have as much equity as you do if you're 62 years old. So it's really good for people that have at least 50% equity in their home, because you have to have a good amount, because you're not going to make a mortgage payment for the remaining time that you're in the home. The bank never takes your home. When you pass or move out, your heirs have the option of either refinancing the house to pay off what the proceeds of the reverse mortgage, or to sell it and keep the proceeds for themselves.
We're with Mark Livingstone, founding sponsor of the John Fredericks Radio Network, Cornerstone First Financial. You can give him a call, or any of his peeps right now waiting on you, and they're really good. I mean, they're going to give you the best service and the best rate. And look, if you're thinking about refi, or you're thinking about getting a mortgage, yeah, go to your bank. Yeah, sure, whatever, right? Go to your bank, go through that thing, do all the paperwork, waste hours, put a tie on, go meet with them, get all done, get a rate, don't sign it. Then call Mark Livingstone and get a better rate, save money. No-brainer, biggest no-brainer in history. 202-625-1221, 202-625-1221, or go to cornerstonefirst.com. Oh, your credit's not the best. Hey, that's no problem, too, because they got their own financing funds. 202-625-1221. Mark knows. Maybe you went through the recession. Maybe you got a few dings on your credit report. He'll fix it for you. It's no problem. But if you don't call him, you don't know. 202-625-1221. Any of his peeps will be able to help you out. Also, you can go to cornerstonefirst.com. Tell me about what you do for veterans.
So what we do for veterans is we offer the VA program. And many, many veterans call in, and one of the first questions we ask is, are you a veteran? And they say yes, and they're not even aware of the benefits of the VA loan. So when a veteran buys a home, they can buy a home for as little as $0 down. When they refinance, they can cash out up to 100% of the value of their property. And a lot of veterans are unaware of that. So therefore, what we're offering is extremely low interest rates. The interest rate on the 30-year fixed VA and FHA rate right now is 3.125. That's 3 1/8. Again, that's the lowest we've seen in 3 years. So if you have a veteran and he's purchased a home in the last 3 years, he should call and see what his options are. One of the things, the difference between us and the banks that you just mentioned, is we use, John, what I call common sense underwriting. If somebody says, hey, I went through a pickle 2 years ago, my credit's a little bit messed up, well, we will help them either get their credit back to a position where they qualify for the loan, or we'll go down to a 500 credit score. That's right, a 500 credit score on FHA and VA loans. And banks limit you so they won't go below a 640. So we get a lot of what's called bank fallout. I have banks that...
And that's from like SunTrust, PMC, Capital One.
Wells Fargo, all of them.
All the big banks. And
yep.
If you've got 580 to 640 score, right?
Oh,
you're going to get
you're
rejected.
A shoo-in.
You're going to get rejected by any big bank. They're going to just shoot your app. And then you have to go through that. You feel bad about it, and you got rejected. You get the rejection letter. Right? Who wants to do that crap? Look, just go to Livingstone and his people, and if you're 580 to 640, they're going to get it done for you, and because they understand how to work with you. What about this special you got going on? Is this real, or am I reading a typo here?
Oh, no, that's right. Thank you for bringing it up. I forgot to mention that. That's right. Today only, August 7th, if you call in and say, hey, I heard Mark speaking with John, we will pay for your appraisal up to a $500 value. So if you call in and you speak to a loan officer, even if you don't apply today, just call today and we will register you that you will take advantage of the free appraisal up to $500 today with any closed loan. So what's not to like? Interest rates are low. Home appreciation is up. Cornerstone First Financial is paying your appraisal. Call one of our loan officers in the office at 202-625-1221. You might get Joe or Doug or Joanna, but everybody there will work with you individually as if you're their only customer and get it done in a way that you'll want to call John after everything's done and say, hey, Mark and the team at Cornerstone were able to do this when nobody else could.
They're going to, you know what, I always say this, my listeners love me, but they love you more because you save them money. Money talks, nobody walks. Call Mark Livingstone and his team today, 202-625-1221, or go to cornerstonefirst.com. You do it now, right today, August 7th, special. They're going to pay for your home appraisal. If you call today, that's a couple $100 right out of your pocket. Goes right back in. 202-625-1221. Now, when you call, there's a lot of things you say, like hello, here's my name. But the most important thing you have to say is, hey, I heard about you on the John Fredericks Radio Network. I'm so excited. John made me call. You got to say that. Otherwise, well, then they don't know it comes from us. They think it comes from one of our weasel competitors that trying to hone in on our people. So got to say it comes from me. Right, Mark?
That's absolutely true. You're trucking the truth. So, right, John.
Let's take some listener calls. 888-480-JOHN if you want to ask Mark a question. 888-480-5646. Don't be shy. 888-480-5646. You can also text a question at 757-692-1710, 757-692-1710. And if you're a veteran, got a veteran's question, that's fine too. 888-480-JOHN. 757-692-1710.
We had a listener of yours call 2 days ago, Dan. And Dan
the man?
Dan the man. And he spoke with Doug, one of our top loan officers.
Oh, Doug.
And Dan, good. Doug is very good. So Dan has three properties.
Doug is really good.
Yes, Doug's very good.
And
Doug's listening right now. So, hey, Doug. And so this listener has 3 homes, Maine, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. Unfortunately, we're not licensed in Maine or Pennsylvania. But this listener goes, you know what? I could go to a bank or anywhere else that is licensed in all 3, but because you're a John Fredericks supporter, I'm going to work with you. You like that?
Life is good.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Thank you, Dan.
So that's great segue that Cornerstone is licensed in Maryland, D.C., Virginia, Florida, Georgia, Colorado, and California.
What about, how'd you get licensed in all those states?
Well, California, actually, 23% of all mortgage applications come from the state of California.
Really?
Yes, absolutely true. Florida, because there's a lot of seniors, so the reverse mortgage population is huge. Maryland, D.C., and Virginia, because we're located right here in the nation's capital. And Virginia, obviously, because of John Fredericks. And then
What about New Hampshire?
New Hampshire, probably Pennsylvania's next, but New Hampshire is great, too, because that's where my parents live, and Corey.
That's where Corey lives. So
exactly.
If you got to do a refi for Corey, he's going to need some money when he runs for Senate. You have to refi his house, get a little cash out.
There we go.
Right? Plus, he's doing all kinds of improvements on it. Mm-hmm. As soon as you're licensed in New Hampshire, we'll get Corey Lewandowski to call up Doug.
Hey, if he comes in here and endorses me, I will go ahead and get licensed in New Hampshire.
He's upstairs now. I said the next time you're here, I'll get him to do that.
Okay.
And then he can call Doug. Doug's listening now. How long's Doug's been with you?
Doug's been with me now 6 years, but we've been friends for 22. And as well as Joe. And Joe, Doug, and I worked together 22 years ago. We separated, but all great things come back together.
What did you do 22 years ago?
We worked for another mortgage company together where I was a partner, and so was Doug. And we all came back together. And right now we are the 3-legged stool, Doug, Joe, and Mark. And it's Cornerstone's doing very well.
Doug, Joe. Now who's Joe?
Joe is my director of operations.
Oh,
and
he's the
Joe,
one that makes
yes,
the ships
I am the
run
head,
on time.
but Joe is the
You're
neck.
the figurehead.
Yes, I am the head, but Joe is the neck on the head.
Oh, Joe's the neck on the head.
Yes,
And
Joe's my director of operations. I'm just the guy with the looks and the marketing going on, talking to people like you, John.
Well, that's if you're banking on your looks to sell loans. Okay, well,
that's why I do radio and not TV.
You've been successful in spite of that.
Yes, exactly.
At that. That's why I do radio too.
Okay, there you go. Well, you look good. You look like you've lost weight, and you look like you've been in the sun. So
I have been in the sun. A lot of baseball with Joseph, and we got more of it coming up now in the fall. It's been an interesting ride. Mark Livingstone's the guy, founding sponsor, John Fredericks Show. Been with me 7 years and 7 months, according to Den Black. He did the research. Thanks, Den. And is also a founding sponsor of WJFN 100.5 FM, Richmond, Goochland. Mark Livingstone, you're the man. John Fredericks
John,
Radio
thank you for
Network.
having me, and thank your listeners. And look forward to hearing from all at 202-625-1221 or cornerstonefirst.com.
Boom.